All right, we rolling. What's good? It's your boy Rick from RicksMotivationalQoutes. Yes, sir. This is the third. Yes, 3. Yes, shout outs to 3. So today we're gonna talk about forgiveness, right? Of course, it's a subjective topic. So, what I'm gonna talk about today, I ain't got no notes. I don't know what's up with my hair today. I need a new hairdo. Word up. Let me get the hairstylist in the comments. No, I'm stop. But it's subjective. So basically, you could forgive however you want to, right? But genuinely, I believe it's yo. What up, King?
Oh shit, what up, gang?
What up?
How you been, man?
Chilling, brother.
Yo, good to see you, fam.
Good to see you.
Been a long time.
For sure, bro. Yeah, my bad about that. That was a little unprofessional. I had on too much people. But yo, check it out. Let's get back to the ball. Yo, so forgiveness, like I ain't got no notes, so I'm doing it straight off the top, off the tizzy. So forgiveness now, I believe, so like I said, it's subjective. So you can forgive however you want to, but I'm just gonna give you my tips on the best forgiveness routine and how to go about it. So check it out. So off rip, you should forgive somebody or forgive, as the Bible calls it, your debtor. You know what I'm saying? Your debtor, right? D-E-B-T-O-R, your debtor, your debtor. So, you could wait for an apology, but the reason why that's pointless, because you're gonna end up waiting forever. You know what I'm saying? Don't wait for somebody to say sorry. That's not bad on your part. It's actually more helpful on your part because, for example, I'm sure you have times in the past where you did something wrong to somebody, but it was you didn't have the courage to apologize for it, right? So pretty much, like that's subjective in itself. Not everybody has the kahunas to come and say, "Hey, my bad. I'm sorry about that. I didn't mean to." You know what I'm saying? So what you do is you gotta, like in the sports, gotta keep it rolling. And one of the best ways to keep it rolling is to just forgive. And you're not just forgiving that person. You know what I'm saying? Because you forgiving somebody that don't even know you forgave them, like, is a hit and miss in itself. You're really just doing it for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to keep cycling. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a saying that says, right, like a little, hood proverb type shit. The more you say yes to somebody else is the more you say no to yourself. So by replaying the incident in your head over and over again, that's almost like saying yes to somebody else, because you're saying yes to the thought. You know what I'm saying? And you got shit to do. You know what I'm saying? You got, excuse my language, YouTube, but you got mad stuff to do. You know what I'm saying? You got stuff to do. Like, you have so much stuff to do without me even knowing you. Like, that's the purpose of your life. You think God gave you a life so you could just sit right there and have people do you wrong? Or, you know what I'm saying? And then you sitting there replaying that in your head. You know how much time you wasting? You know why they call it the present? Because it's the gift of now. You know what I'm saying? Present. Shout outs to Bruce Lee, because he said that words are like spells. That's why it's called spelling. I was saying this for like the past 2 months now, because it's just so dope and it's so real every time I think about it. And yeah, you should forgive somebody, but what you don't have to do is go back into those routines that made the person comfortable in order to do what they did to you. You don't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We have plenty of you know, spiritual guides and, you know, religious practices of, you know, we being demonstrated on how to forgive. But if you notice on those demonstrations, we never heard, you know, whatever book you were in, the Quran, the Bible, the Torah, you know, even Buddhist, you never heard anybody say things like, after you forgive the person, you have to go back and have some lunch and some dinner with that person. Stop. Nah, we not doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't do that. You know what I'm saying? You don't go back into routines that got you messed up in the first place. You know what I'm saying? You cool out on that, and you do not resort to being naive. You learn from your mistakes. You make mistakes, you learn from them. You learn people, and, you know, you feel it out. You remember the Care Bears from back in the days? They all had their power in their stomach. Yeah, that's your you know, your core, your gut feeling, literally. That's your gut feeling. So you go with your gut, and your gut is gonna read somebody. That's the minute they standing in front of you or next to you, and they're like, yo, I didn't mean to do what I did, and, you know, da da da. The funny thing about sincerity is it's hard to mask, because you can't even pretend sincerity. I mean, if you do it, you gotta understand it's a mean, like, get back for that. So you can't be out here like spiritually capping. Don't cap. Just like say what you mean and mean what you say. I've heard that countless millions of times when I was just a little boy on some 7-year-old, 6-year-old shit. Say what you mean and mean what you say, or say it with your chest. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Now let's just wrap it all up. I'm gonna put it back together. Forgive people, right, for yourself, right? Because you need to move on, and you need to internalize the idea that nobody's perfect and everybody got a fuck up side. Oops, excuse my language. I didn't mean that, YouTube. Hope they don't take this video. But everybody got a side where they mess up, right? Yeah, because now you free from that, and now you could actually do mad other things. You know what I'm saying? You got stuff to do. Like I said, you got stuff to do. You got stuff to clean. You got stuff to learn. You got people to teach. You got people to love. You have so much to do. And one little thing should not stop you, because life, one of my favorite proverbs that I came up with is life is both long and short at the same time. At the very same time, life is both long and short, right? Make of it what you want. But what I believe is it's long when you don't enjoy life, but it's also short when you take things for granted. Feel me? So, yeah, forgiveness is dope. Forgive people. But I didn't say you have to tell them you forgave them either. I feel like you could. That's your choice if you want to. But me personally, I don't need to say anything, because like what people have going on in their head is not really, I don't think that's actually my job. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not my job to make you stop feeling like shit, right? That's your part. You have to go inside of your matrix in your mind and figure out what made you do what you did in the first place, and where does that come from? Like, and you have to ask yourself, did I do something to you? You know what I'm saying? And if I did nothing, you gotta understand that you are literally going through some weird stuff. Like you know what I'm saying? You're going through something that you need help on. Maybe you need to do some therapy. Maybe you need to do a little bit of therapy work or some spiritual work, some meditating. You need to talk about your childhood, your past, your childhood traumas, and try to figure out why are you doing things to people without them doing anything to you. That's deep. I'm so serious. I'd say talk to God, because I'm gonna save that for another one, because I got a good topic. I'm gonna save that for another one. But I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Y'all are the best. Thank you for listening to me. I appreciate y'all.